when they are of their furujihim hafidhun. Yeah, of their farj, the believing men are protecting. So obviously, it doesn't refer to the female anatomy because it's talking about the male private parts. So the same word is not only restricted to mean the female, which he thought earlier on. Now, in his English translation, he's written it in pencil, furujihim. Look at the hypocrisy. So when we talk about someone who's a kafir means someone who knows the truth and denies it. A clear example of that. He's seen it there, the word is there referring to male. And then he goes about claiming it refers to woman anatomy. Then I gave him an example from Surah 50. Surah 50 is Surah Qaf, right? No. Where Allah is using about the heavens that there is no farj, there is no faults, there is no opening, splits and so on. The same word. He should have realized then the word farj doesn't necessarily only mean the female anatomy.
It has more than one
So
meaning.
we know from the Arabic dictionaries that this meaning of a female anatomy or male anatomy is actually a secondary meaning. The original meaning is like gap between the two things or a split and so on and so forth, which he wouldn't accept. So now we realize that yes, he has put in front of him a barrier, a veil which prevents him from seeing something which is obvious, and I demonstrated with the example of a farj, which is totally blind. He's totally blind to what it means. Totally blind. So how can you expect someone who has put off a veil in front of him to demonstrate to you that there's contradiction in the Quran? Because even if you explain to him like the example we did, he will not see it. So unfortunately, this is something that is themselves. When Allah says, "Summun bukmun ummun fahum la yarji'un," I mean, we can clearly see these people, they have made themselves like this. They have set up a barrier. So how can you argue with these people? We can only ask Allah, to give them hidayah, open up their hearts, because if they continue and persist on closing their hearts to revelation, then guidance will never reach them, and they will be the ones who will be lost in the hereafter. So if we fail to convey them, it's not because our message is not understood, it's because they are impervious to this explanation that we are giving.
Unwilling to learn.
Okay? And unwilling to learn. So may Allah open up all of our hearts to the message, to the religion, to the truth of Islam, so that we are not one of those who will end up in hellfire in a state of this kind of arrogant disbelief with stubbornness. Okay? May Allah guide us all.
Allah says that